Alright. So, oh, your boy is in a little bit of pain, but it's fine. I totally haven't been overworked today, but that is a-okay. For we are going to finish Stormblood today. That'll be quite amazing. Soul searching is our first quest here. Then we have 7 quests. 5 in patch 4.5, Requiem for Heroes Part 1. And then we have 2 in patch 4.56, Requiem for Heroes Part 2. We're gonna go until this is finished today. God, I hope it doesn't take me eons.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring.
Oh? And what is it?
Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Eorzea and not me? Out of
I
all
mean,
of
don't
us,
worry.
they are the ones
really
who could
close.
feasibly
Don't
have
worry.
solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even
It's
start?
going right. Don't worry.
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Ryle.
Kryle, I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
He's got a point.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
What a nerd.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
I know. Alize's done amazing.
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
No, I'm telling him the moment I see him again. Nice speech you had
Right,
there,
I'd better have a look
elf
at our
boy.
patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, I forgot. I had something planned before we do the final battle.
All 3 are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep.
Oh,
Except
merely
for
sound
the fact
asleep.
that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
That's what Y'shtola said.
Ah, yes.
Oh, the Elder Seed Seer,
The
my
Elder
bad.
Seed Seer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
Absolutely. I was there for the first time.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Yes, ma'am. Stomp, 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 stomp. Bum bum. Go right on our way. Master Matoya's cave. To Hydaelyn. On to the weird dingo thingy that we have now as our mount. Boink, boink, boink. Forward marching, we go for this mission now. Yes, we will be flying very far ahead. Blah, 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 blah. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. All right, we're not far off yet.
Hello, Porogo. Hello, Porogo, my little boy, my son.
I heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Voiced? Oh, I love the music in this area so much. Ba, 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 do, do, do.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Absolutely, sweetheart.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire.
Well, your Stoller is a
and
cat,
leave
so.
the doom and gloom to your elders.
Hey, all our friends are collapsing and losing their
Now,
souls.
What exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
Well, it involves your Stoller, so.
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And if it happens once more and neither of us crash.
Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she?
Oh yeah, now you're sad, huh?
Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Thank you for your eyeball.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
Wow, wow, wow.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe, and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
A little hop, skip, and a jump away elsewhere to another world.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
It's gonna happen.
We're no
again,
closer to an
isn't
answer
it?
than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
Atta girl.
Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
No, we gotta go sort this out.
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I love Matoya. She's such a weird old lady.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh?
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Symbolism?
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Eorzea were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done.
Shadows?
But one thing at a time.
Are these shadows bringing something to us? Perhaps? They walking us to an end? So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of my neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tale she has of grandfather. Yeah. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless... There's no point in speculating. Lise said she'd notify the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alameda quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alfino's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me.
God, 900?
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, I got like 1.5 right now, so it's not like the worst thing. I just hate such expensive TPs.
Greetings, Scion. The commander told me to expect you. Shall I show you in?
Yes, please. Another voiced cutscene for me, sir. One more for this hungry fellow.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
Get on with it.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing.
Did he mention anything about the voices?
As
or
we stumbled from the
elsewhere?
wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians.
Eorzea's rightfully mine.
This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Of course he did.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
You're one of the few goods.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
Garlemald.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you.
There we go.
During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
A little bit.
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphinaud too.
Thing.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Uh-oh. And there goes Alfie.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too.
Yep. I was there for a second.
Well, at least we're both still standing.
Which means...
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
Well, if we two are still
I wish I
standing,
knew. Nothing we've tried has
and
brought us
3
any
of us
closer
are
to an
down,
answer.
one of us
We'll keep
is,
working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Alfie.
So Alphinaud is safe, for the present at least. Now, all we need to worry about is this full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually gladly tasked us with visiting Lord Hien, but it'd be dashing from place to place and sitting around stewing over things we cannot change to the Enclave. Ta-da! I read that kind of weird, but it's fine. Among... Wait, Reaper? Oh, what is this weapon? Oh, cool. But the actual weapon is... Ah, interesting. Teleport... Far East... Human Enclave. 983 gil. Is one hell of a teleport, but will be worth it. Do. I see you have tidings for Lord Hien. May I show you in? Yes, please. Bum 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 bum. Not voiced? Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Kojin and the Confederacy, you already know. And it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the Steppe tribes. We've also been joined by our neighbors from Eorzea and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of their latter's resistance will somewhat delayed their official induction. These proud people have united under a single purpose: to stand against the tyranny of the Gallian Empire. And I am glad to see your alliance is coming so swiftly together. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. Here's what's going on. I thank you for bringing me news of Alfino. His fate is never far from my thoughts. And not only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we've received from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow. But I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall is in the burn. Until our wall in the burn is in place. I know how to read. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious, a name drawn from our full lords of legend, perhaps. Sirius Aegis, or some such, but just a thought. The Ironworks engineers reported that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Azizla firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I will come along too if you don't mind. Though I'm no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Pakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled. And ready, my lord. Where are the storms? Bum, bum, bum. We will cross the burn by Yol and Falcon. As before, join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. It's a big boy there. Oh, big elephant man. Give the word when you are ready. Take wing.
Oh, hello there. Okay. Down, 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 down. What a dump.
Voice.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand.
Yes, they do.
Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Ba 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 da ba ba da
Ba 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 da ba.
Ooh, big burst. Big energy goes.
Node
Being
1 is
a
operational.
corpse.
Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Atta boy.
Oh.
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. $4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Good shit, my boys. And girls and non-binary friends.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Rash and burn, pathetic scum.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
It's like I wanted to see the corpses falling from the heavens. But 'tis alright. Oh. Thank you very much, Riley. Oh.
By the gods, it's Alphino. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
Last headache.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Bias.
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
That's a boy.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Magic, sweetheart. God plot armor.
Do you remember how it unfolded?
How I was deceived by Hydaelyn? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
Yeah,
The
I
Ascian
recently did the
used me,
fight.
as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
Atta boy.
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be Hydaelyn, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion.
Oh, swiftly.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind
Like, weren't
lurk in
you
the
at
shadows,
Lalafell when I
laboring to sow
asked me
chaos
up?
throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword.
What a beautiful
Are the Scions
right
not
there.
of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was Hydaelyn, who plagues us no more.
I love
There
seeing
is
the Dark
also
Crystal
the
so much.
white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
Oh, we'll learn soon, don't you worry.
We have files on Hydaelyn and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Mayhap indeed.
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself.
Never mind. Mayhap.
Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date, and authorized with the signature of one Eorzea Galvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
It is, you beautiful man, it is bad comedy.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Mm-hmm.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
I like that you do. It's noble in a way.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
You're right, there are more important matters at hand.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Can I have a drink from your gourd, Ian? It looks delicious. Do you have a thirst-quenching drink in there?
Revitalizing spirit of swords, perchance. Not voiced. Alphino is safely escorted, ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. I've spoken with the physician. There are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alize, I do. But Alphino is returned to us alive, and otherwise unharmed. And all that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made, but little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Shiryu's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can, as promised. We'll send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our forces must be transported by sea, the lengthy voyage which the smaller vessels favored by Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Ardenner Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distances in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Ardenner friends will consent to any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alfino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Shirogan accompany him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Ian. You, Giddy, I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all of those capable of teleportation, and put them to the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. It's exactly what we'd hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders would be glad indeed to welcome the combined strengths of the East. Elsewhere. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant.
What's going on?
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Honestly, that guy looks like me.
See that you do.
I would be that guy. Although he's more handsome than I.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose.
Brown hair, facial hair, that's about it.
Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds.
It was yesterday. How you doing,
If it spares the
okay?
needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
Papa. Good, thank you. Finally a rest day tomorrow. Ooh, very nice. I hope the rest day goes good for you.
Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect.
Don't you dare do what you are thinking of
Slowly
it.
but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Love traveling, Sally, but maybe back by 5. Okay.
While you do what?
Hopefully.
Precisely.
Aside from the traveling at all. Well, hopefully the traveling goes good, but hopefully the rest is better.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Watching.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Is that any way to talk to your grandfather?
So naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Of course it was. What do you expect? He's not an amateur.
Of course it was. Though
Exactly.
I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey?
The way he says that. God, I love the voice actor did perfect for him.
If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
They are both. He is hands down my favorite character in this series. Like, I guess you could say my favorite antagonist in general, but like, just overall, he's the best boy.
We must leave now to convene with the Eorzean leaders.
Oh my god. Let me try reading that again.
We must leave now to convene with Eorzea's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Hakuro, I leave you in command.
My lord.
I shall assemble an advance party with all haste, and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I've just received word from Lise. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we've arrived in the locks, we are to report to a resistance officer stationed in Porta Praetoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting.
Now, we're gonna do my little switch up earlier than expected.
Oh, man, earlier than expected.
Why? Because I can. And I think
It is very fitting of the time.
if Lise could change her outfit before the final war, or before the final fight, why cannot I change something of mine own self? Oh, whoops, wrong thing completely. Especially because the 2 expansions that we are about to go into are so much more sad and dark. Alright, so this is my current hair. My Alfino hair is what I could put on, but that is not what I'm looking for. But that one is nice. Well, I have to change. Okay, now it brushes over nice enough. Actually, do I want this hairstyle or do I want a different one? Though this is a really nice hairstyle, I will always think that. Not horrible, just not what I'm looking for. Actually, what is... I might just keep the current hair that I have. And do the color change. Oh, and that's it. I do like that. I don't like how the hat is. Although I would be just using my... my band. What's it called? My iFold. See, super long hair just doesn't fit her. It's the Ardbert hair, isn't it? Though I kind of like that hair. Okay, wait, let's do that, that, and that. No, I'm gonna go with this. I want my shaggy hair back. For a little bit. I do need to put on oh, yes. Perfect. Do I have black dye? I don't. Alright, I need to go quickly get black dye so I can fix my outfit up to have the right headgear. We're no longer meant to see. We are blind. I mean, technically we won't be blind for another week, but that's besides the point.
Run. Sprint. Go, little frog. Run as fast as you can.
Rain down on the lalas. Don't actually. The lalas are innocent. Soot. Ooh. Expensive. I think for now I'm just gonna grab a quick little 5K. What is it? 72 is the top that I'm looking for. Alright. I'll grab this anyways because I am going to be wearing it very soon. I could have just used that. Teleported over to the airship and then been done with it, but I'm stupid at times. It's okay. Just finished Spider-Man. Let's go. What'd you think? What do you rate? So damn good. It really is. Alright. So we dye this black. And then do I... Okay, one sec. We're going to save that really quick. Let's go head body. Right. There. I know I can't do it yet. But... this will be my fit. I just need one more level. I personally think it was a robbery that it didn't win anything in the Game Awards. I see what people were saying. Yeah, I think the games that got the awards definitely got what was deserved of their games. I think it is sad that Spider-Man didn't get any, but also it is completely understandable for the ones that did get something. So I'm not like distraught over. I'm more sad that Ben Starr didn't win voice actor or like best voice actor. But I still think, you know, Spider-Man is a 10 out of 10 superhero game.
Ah, you must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you follow me, I'll take you directly to the Alliance headquarters.
Yes, sir.
I lay on the front lines, then face of war. A brief reprieve, a requiem for heroes.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
So glad I could join you.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He's among the fallen.
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Ordinarily, any one of
correct.
those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal.
Also, I have a very fun
Getting back to your
realization that I've
report,
made.
Are we sure this black rose
that I
is
wanna
the weapon
mention in a
Maxima was
minute?
talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians?
I'd have to say I am.
I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varissos Galvus would be attending.
Oh.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Vipers, the new DPS?
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Alright, I guess I will. Oh, no. Her. Got it.
God, Lise. You know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
What a girl. That's my daughter.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Yep. That's understand. I'm not fond of politics either.
Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alize can put on a brave face, then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
Alright, I can solo him.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Lace. I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Bum 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 ba da bum ba ba da bum ba da bum 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 ba da ba bum ba da ba da bum ba da ba bum.
Bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da ba. That's a big cape, my guy. You compensating for something, or you just like boy big capes?
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
Maybe. They'll say hard maybe for that.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Dorma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
Maybe.
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Say you hate us, it's fine. I understand. I understand, big boy.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned.
And freaking.
Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves
Boyover's
out
like
of this
L+
bloody
ratio
spiral,
as you fell off.
and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
Could have sent some like popey stuff. I'd be like, I'm Saint Pope.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people.
We will be victorious.
There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it.
Why her
And from
voice is
those
so much
humble
louder?
beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
Got a point.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers?
This man did his history lesson.
I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
And he's gonna history lesson you again. It's like actually right here.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing.
You didn't even try talking to me, you bastard.
Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future.
Exactly.
Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
That we walk in like, alright, so we're gonna talk to him, then we're gonna shoot him in the head. And we'll call it a day. It'll take care of the two gods, and then we're a-okay. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what would Alfino would have done. I tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here for? What did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though, so why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they have some insight to share. I will say one thing for this Varys. He is well versed in Eorzea history. His interest in our affairs is that of the beast in its prey. The conquered would know its enemy. The conqueror would know its enemy. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know about the Empire. Then that is up for us to change here and now. Ha! You would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answer.
even if it does mean sailing close to the wind.
Nanimo, ooh, Nanimo.
I'll save my 2 best boys for last.
12 have mercy, but for Lady Alize's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiation table. Not that Emperor Varus left us great many options. His unconditional surrender, and he will accept. Do you think? No, it is unconditional surrender, all he will accept, do you think?
Ere he arrived, I'd have said yes. But, having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came here with some other end in mind.
Exactly. He's building up to something, I know it. Now, that should, how then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light?
Invite Varus to explain himself?
Believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease. I hope you're right. Thank you, little.
My husbands, how are you both doing right now? I know my hair is brown and it's quite weird right now, but don't worry about that, don't worry about that. We went back to an old hairstyle, dyed it brown, all should be okay. This parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus' relationship with the Ascians. As had we all. Yet, if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be subtle. But that I knew more of the man. If you would indulge me, Lord Ian.
You received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute?
There is no higher authority in Garlemald, nor else in the heavens come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden. The only worship permitting being that of his radiance's own person.
That sounds suspiciously like a religion in itself.
I share your disdain for the hypocrisy, even as they denigrate the idea of faith. They have revered the leader with the fervor others reserve for the divine. It is a flaw common to much of the doctrine they feed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but the contradictory, I can read. Closer examination. Upon close examination, I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something.
You've spoken with everyone then? Good. Now all that remains is to wait the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
And he's like, this is what I like to hear. Equal grounds.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim
To be fair,
one's homeland.
our information is
But
more
why
public.
expand
His
further?
is kind of kept very
That is my question.
close. And if we were to learn anything, it'd be...
If I may, The answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Well, you see, good girl. Silence.
Finally, you ask the right question.
Yes,
I
he's
can
smiling.
but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
Oh, did you 100% Spider-Man, Daniel? Or are you gonna work on that?
Minato.
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
13 were they?
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
You have the illusion of choice right now, actually.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
Oh. He said it.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Oh. Yes.
Your prize is a liar master's demons. I will stop you in the Axians, no
I
matter
come
the
not
cost.
to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
And what if you weren't there?
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs.
Never again.
We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands!
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Asians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
100%. It'll take time. That's fair.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler?
Have you 100% of the other Spider-Man games, or is this going to be the
flaws and foibles
first
which
one
you
for it?
so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
I cannot condone such a loss of life.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
Bring your war, know that you will lose.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Okay. I'm going to quickly restart. And then we shall continue.
Oh, I just gotta stretch a bit.
Stand by and 14 players ahead of me. They shall learn the symphony. Get off my screen. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle, so, as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy us enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Yes, yes.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
Oh, I'm minded.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. ready to frighten some Garleans.
You bet your ass I am, kid.
Wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Hurrah! Milvid, why didn't you raise your hand in triumph and agreement? Are you a traitor? No, she's not. But are you? No, she really isn't. But maybe she is. Just maybe. She wants to work for the Garleans. She has
Since
a
the
gun
others couldn't
after
be here,
all.
we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Elfino wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it.
If the Imperials won, you won't be alive.
It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
Pardon
So
me.
please, don't you dare leave me alone.
I won't. Don't worry.
Done.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Got it.
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba-ba.
Dun dun. The Gimmel's Dark now accessible. Oh.
$360. Wait, do I have to go in as a dancer then? How far off am I? 385. Oh, I know something that would probably help. I mean, it's dancing. Ba, 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 dun, 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 dun. I'm just short for everything.
I have to go to different measures. Dun 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 dun.
Right, so my necklace is 70. Okay, my 2 rings. What is this? Okay, I'll get that, and then I guess that.
That is enough to upgrade me. I know I can't put on this top just yet.
Which I don't even know why I have this top in there when I'll actually have to equip it but we all know I'm a little stupid. So I'm gonna go extract that really quick.
I would like an in-room, please. Restore item. And then I want to... Oh, you know what I actually want to do really quick? No, it's headgear. You, I have to sell some stuff. I'm gonna work on that after stream. Gonna clear up some space because it is rough out here. Bum 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 bum. You know, dark. 5 minutes before we go. Do. A new king on the block. You know what? Do I have enough time to... Okay. I'm gonna withdraw. I'm gonna use the restroom really quick. And then I'll start this because I want to actually be able to, you know, do this in one go. All right. Hopefully, this queue time isn't ungodly long. But in case it is, let us. So we got 2 East Shroud, North Shroud. Actually, let's go to Eorzea and do a little bit of leveling up from hunting logs as we are waiting for. Oh, someone also summoned just as I. What's up? No. Take me to Limsa. Is she following me? Western. Isle of Umbra. Oh, but I can just but go over here. Another cat girl. BB Tonks. Airport, please. Western Eorzea, if you wouldn't mind, good sir. To the Isle of Umbra we go. Far to the future, where we shall become high level and almighty paladin.
Which, so, I need to think about
What job am I gonna use in between Shadowbringers and Endwalker?
And that's really up for debate still. Because God, who knows?
I'm thinking it's actually probably going to be Pally, because I wouldn't mind having Pally leveled up. You know, close enough to 80. And I want to go through the raids as a tank, because I think that would be a nice change of pace, because I've gone through them as a healer, and recently I've been leveling up a DPS, so I've been doing that as well. But I have yet to actually tank through the raids. So I think that would be quite interesting. Ba ba ba. Also, it'll let me get the idea of, do I like endgame Pally better, or do I like endgame Warrior better? I like the aesthetic of Warrior significantly more, but I won't know if I truly like being a Paladin or not until I am that high. Considering I have a level 90 Warrior already. Warrior is my baby though. It actually might be my favorite job. It's so hard to tell.
Oh, are these two friends going through the story together for the first time? That's quite adorable, isn't it?
Which, so it's kind of funny, as I usually have the sprout symbol on for this character, because I want to see when I physically become no longer a sprout, right? But on my EU, UK, whatever you want to call it, alt character, I did my new adventurer status, because obviously I don't want people being like, oh, this person, you know, they don't know what they're doing. But no, I'm not a sprout. I quite know what I am doing. I would just really rather, you know, I don't have to deal with that through that area, especially because I'm like skipping cutscenes and stuff, and I'm just steamrolling through it. The only time I'm gonna slow down on rail is I just thought I heard something. Stormblood for Q, because that'll be his first time going through it. And I believe he's going through as his favorite job, which is Dark Knight. So I'll probably just follow suit and go through as one of my favorite jobs, and just be like Astro or Scholar or something. And then I have another friend who recently got their subscription back up as well. So I will potentially be helping them with that too. So I have like 4 characters being used all at once. Sorry, that was my fault. I was stuck in a fight and couldn't exactly join because I couldn't switch over my job. Ooh, Gunbreaker. They have a very nice top chosen for Gunbreaker. God, the music's already so depressing. Where's the Mandeville? No. Replica. Ooh. Oh, I wanted to see. Omni. Caster main? Working on Omni. I like seeing that with my teammates. Stormblood, born from blood of our fallen brother. Do 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 do. Bam 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 bam. I know that's not it yet, but I quite enjoy that theme want to hear it so bad. Let me just cast this, actually, just so I don't have to really worry about actually healing for a minute. Like that. Oh, I need to put... You die. There you go, Eucrasian doses. Ouchie. Bro.
We're fine. Ah. Indeed.
Ba-ba-ba.
I shan't hold back!
I really got a crit on the monk, didn't I? Oh wait, I just got him for a second. Ah, damn. Ah, shoot, guys, I missed it. I'm just focused on keeping our tank healed up for now. I'm gonna pass, I'm gonna need, screw it. Case it is good. I don't think it's better in any way, but I would rather be safe than sorry. Nitro spin. Ouch. Sorry, couldn't get a heal off for you in time, my friend. Give her another shield, do this, and then that. I also found out, this is a very weird, but interesting fact. I technically, on my alt character, never have to leave Limsa as my home for jobs, because all of my favorite jobs are found in Limsa. My favorite caster, my favorite healer, my favorite tank, my favorite ranged, my potential favorite melee.
You underestimate me.
All under the same blue sky and oceanfront home. Quite magical to find that out, and I only realized it today while I was stuck at the hospital. Damage does increase, you say? Yeah. Yeah. Ba ba bum, ba da ba, ba da ba, ba da ba. Ba da ba, ba da ba, ba da ba da ba da. Alright, that one is definitely not better, but no, I don't need that. Yeah, not really. Not really my jam. They're just throwing everything they can at us right now. They think that's gonna help, but little do they know, we're just better. Stormblood, bone from blood, ba ba da ba ba. Where Lise does the attack. Ow. This is a-hole.
Please, sweetheart, you are.
It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. I do lose his voice right now for a sec. This one's for you, Papa Lamo.
Time to get
There we go.
serious.
She did the kabooms.
God, earrings. I don't need earrings. Ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba do 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 do. These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. Half known Alizé. But in the end, they are the only that savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Dun, 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 dun. They waited for me, guys. They actually waited. Storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brother. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, I picked right. I'm usually really bad at that part, but I'm glad that I did good. I did good for stream. Ba 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 da 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 da. Do 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 do. Oh. Artificial plasma. Oh, oh. Da 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 da. Storm of blood, born from blood, I'm a fallen brother. Alright, awesome. That one's dead as dead could be. Dungeon Master is almost complete. How far off Dungeon Master am I, huh? Tell me, game. Tell me right now. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. God, these warriors of light are quite annoying.
Brilliant light. Oh, I just noticed that we were each a different race. Hell yeah.
Love when that happens.
They're so tall. Two comms.
Let's go. There she is, so
We did
badass
it!
looking.
I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
That would be amazing. But, counteroffer.
The light
Eons become instant.
will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity.
Throw wide the gate.
Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Oh no, don't tell me. Are you all right? Quickly, we must get her back to the encampment.
Da-da-da-da.
So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength. Like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help, and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Eorzea, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the Shurians have completed the examination of Mistress Eorzea, and it is as we feared. She is locked in slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy at our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Eorzea is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. You, Giddy, and I will return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you waiting then.
I'll not keep you then. My bad. That's what he said.
Judging by the Garleans' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes.
The face of war. Horry Boulder. You and I, my friend. Little, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Alize gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alize? I was certain she would have returned by now. Horry, I hate to break it to you. I the 12. Not her too. Osher and I were ready the infirmary for her arrival. We also need to send a message to Tartaru, post-haste. But that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It gives me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltonay, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, and after all, though, I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us for the time being, at least. Meanwhile, at the borders of Alamigo.
Ba 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 da ba. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. Why? Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Ah, little. Yours is welcome face, indeed, in these troubled times. Though if you've come to inquire about the our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have not to report. Colton, and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them, alas.
My apologies for the intrusion, Master. I was told Master Alfino has been brought here, and I should see if his conditions have improved. Oh, him.
Mistress Little, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. This is why I chose to share all that I know of the Alliance. With the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. 'Twill seem a small price to pay if it helps prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. Woe is not what brought me here all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of little and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company, if you'll follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus. But I will take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Popularis could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at the North Silver Tier, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. North Silver Tier. Oh, just right out there, is it? Very well, I shall fly over for naught but a simple moment. Oh, it's her. I've seen her around once or twice before. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garlands would say he's a traitor. They turn his back on his country. We, of the Popularis, however, consider him revolutionary. A man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work, but I am an Imperial defector who thought to aid Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives. Like most in the army, I have never had the privilege of seeing the Legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ascians, did he? Huh. After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have a good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, be sure to tell him. Commander Alden also spoke of the Alliance meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by Ascians? But this is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it. And yet, I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland and my brothers and sisters, I have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped. To save my people. To save all peoples. For the Empire... Oh, this is said now, my bad. For the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted. Not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Siriu's wall was a good start, but we can do no more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Pray talk. Commander Alden requests your presence at the Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He will discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah, yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called your way. Time, no doubt, being of the essence. Could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Rabonsard, I would personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger. And every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious. Which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, little, not even you, so please, take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines, though ill-equipped to join the fray. I shall do all I can to assist from the headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air, so that you are not among them, eh? Resistance fighter. Requiem for heroes. Commander Alden is waiting, my lady. It would be best if we proceeded to the Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? Jin, how are you doing, my friend? How has your day been? You are here, good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Garlean's movements. Several cutscenes will play, if I set aside sufficient time. That I will. We are going to be going a little past 7, potentially.
There have been several skirmishes along the border.
My day is frog smiling. That's a good thing, I would assume.
We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly.
2 frogs smiling is one of the highest ratings
for a day.
Might be,
the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald.
Has he?
In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
Ruh-roh.
Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well.
Indeed.
Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
You need only say the word.
Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
True. Here has to be 2 frogs and a little cat. Oh, headache.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
It's a cat go. Top tier Makote.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again? Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
I have to.
May Ralga grant us strength.
Those we have lost. But those we can yet save.
Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Better not resort to that.
Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. The Heian fight.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Ready?
Reach! Reach!
Well,
Oh, that's right, he's...
so, there are still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. Let's put an end to this here and now.
I got their words well and good.
Do you truly believe it possible? Then let's test the limits of this Garlean vessel.
Oh.
This one's for you, Ida.
Thank you.
Soon I shall give light to the man's indomitable spirit.
Hey, 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 no stunning allowed here, bucko.
The Warrior of Light is nowhere in sight. Strength, my friends. I would not, due to have little, arrive to find us battered and broken. Fight and struggle. Is that your wont? Do not escape your fate.
Storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brothers. Thunder stilled, oaths fulfilled, now we are for freedom. Storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brothers.
Our fate is not for you to decide. Enough, you will learn your place.
Love this little back and forth that we gotta go.
Oh, to taste my true power.
Oh.
Duh, what is this sorcery? Look upon Animo. No.
Amino.
Habikari. And
Here it
know
comes.
the depth of your folly.
No, Lise.
What have you done? It would bring all to bear, and so must we.
The art of my forebears.
So you choose to struggle against the inevitable.
Warrior Village is but a few hundred yalms away.
We may be on the back foot, but it's not over yet.
We can at least hold out until Little arrives.
I'm sure we can turn this around.
Uh-oh. Hey, y'all. I need... Uh-oh.
Thank you.
She comes, does she?
And I have no need. I need not waste my time on you.
You get it!
Damn you!
Ooh. Seeing that part of his mask crack is always so cool. My boy.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped. No matter the cost.
Don't you go dying on me, brother.
Bringer of light.
It has
been too long. No words to mark our reunion?
You aren't my Xenos.
Equilibrium must be restored. And only your death will redress the balance.
Oh?
And what if you can't kill me?
A part of me really wanted to go into this as, as warrior, but
Will you suffer your interference no longer?
We will suffer your interference no longer. That's what he said.
You think you know the power of the dark? We'll show you the true nature of this power. Bum, bum, bum.
I'll just do another egg. Actually, don't know if I get experience off doing this instance, but
the potential of this vessel is transcendent, without a limit.
yes, I'm glad you realized the potential of Best Man.
Ba, 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 ba. Your strong gleam of light, a blessing would avail you not.
Uh-oh.
Sends now.
That. He's doing the thing.
To readdress the balance. To redress the balance. To ensure salvation of the star. You must fall. Impossible. How is it you've grown so powerful in the gift?
You know, because I'm the main character.
No matter. You have bested La Habre, but I will not be cast aside so easily.
Are you sure about that? Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
I thought I hit the button. Silly me.
I got a song from one of the raids in Endwalker stuck in my head. It's probably one of my favorite songs from this game ever. But it's not good to have a spoiler song stuck in your head all the time.
Swift shall be your destruction.
Come on, you're supposed to be Xenos. Or you're supposed to be in Xenos' body. Like, do gooder, my guy.
Weak. Weak. Yeah.
I also have the Shadowbringers main theme stuck in my head. And the battle theme. Battle theme's fire in Shadowbringers. Yeah, man, we're so close. I thought Phlegma would have killed him, honestly.
I see.
Yeah. No experience. Oh. Well, he is an Ascian right now, so...
Your mother chose her champion well.
But did your father?
Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Will I?
Ah!
Please, I beseech you.
Ah, someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Hey, oh wait, nah. That doesn't happen. Oh. Where am I?
At last, I found you.
Best boy.
Please, there's no cause for alarm.
Enigmatic figure.
Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Who are you?
I'm afraid such questions will have to wait. We have precious little time, and your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
Yes, Papa.
Soon, we will throw wide the gates.
Yeah, we need to up those
And
polys on
the
your
path
hand.
to the first will be yours to walk at last.
I walk to the end. Will this trail be my dawn?
She lives! She lives!
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Hello, Aimric, my boy.
Where is Xenos?
I see you recall that much, at least. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Chirurgeons, that's it.
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Oh? My boy.
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Oh, indeed, my boy. Alize alright.
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon. under happier circumstances.
Oh, this is the most unexpected surprise. It's good to see you here again. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Mistress Frog, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effect can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of for a need of reinforcement, Eorzea will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you stay until your strength has returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend, and I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances.
Pardon me. Hoist? Hi guys, I'm alive.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
You know how it is. Hey, yo, what's up, homie G's?
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Well, here's the thing. I'm being called to another world. Some place elsewhere.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Eorzea, Alphino,
Alize, you're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me?
Fine. For now.
So if you must leave, go
I have
off
to,
with
I
the
will.
others. Bring them home.
I don't remember if in Shadowbringers there's like an instance where you fight him and all.
As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid, and the researchers of St. Coinac's find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Yo-ho. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Bam, 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 bam. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
Essentially. He didn't
How
want...
could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne.
Not a rumor if it's true.
But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. She will not escape me again.
Are you sure?
Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Yes, he went elsewhere.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious. Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Ooh-hoo. Rut-row.
Oh, Garlemald.
Oh, he's going super evil mode. All right. We're gonna skip the cutscene, or not the cutscene, the credits.
I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made this, brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. But now, this is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Coinach's Find. You go rest while we track down that beacon.
Oh, and I wonder who that is. Who holds the katana with such might and fear.
My enemy.
My friend.
My friend.
Had I been
but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Yes, you will, baby boy. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light sow seeds of darkness. Alright, let's take a look at that outfit very quick. Oh, it's that fit. That's right. I need to check something, 'cause I'm pretty sure we're done Stormblood, which is bonkers. Honestly, did not expect to, but this is episode or day 18. Which is very nice that we did. Why do you have the penis head? But it'll be amazing to do later on. To Thanalan. Would that I... Hello, Riley. How are you doing? I need to go sell a crap ton of stuff soon. I should probably do that now, actually.
For my inventory fills up completely.
Just give me a random one. I just need to sell stuff to you, my boy.
I'm honestly gonna sell these. I don't need to keep them on me at the moment. So sell those, screw it. Yeah, don't really want or need it. I'll go through the armor later, because that one will be so much more boring to do than it already is. Okay, tired and gonna get some sleep soon. Very nice. I hope sleep comes by very, very peacefully and restful for you. Probably gonna be pushing it to the time I usually go to bed, and really hope that that works out for me, because whoo boy. But I'll do a quest here, get some food afterwards. Maybe see if Q's gonna hop on, level up on our EU characters. If he doesn't hop on, maybe I'll just level up a warrior so I have a tank ready.
Welcome, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I have been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Zagil, I can read, was named captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultan Swan met with untimely deaths, but strangely our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged a favor of an old friend and received permission to inspect medical reports by Frondale's Frontistery. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways. Some in combat, some suddenly at night, in the barracks. But in nearly every case, there was a sign that poison had played a role in their demise. Yes, poison, carefully, invisibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the monetarists, a society so secretive that few believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious their assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan Sworn elite, without being discovered, not, that is, without help from our own ranks. So I ask myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths one by one? Former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of Sultan Sworn who might become a future commander, all of them slain by invisible hand. And with their deaths, the way was open for Zagil to become the Sultan Sworn's youngest captain in a century. The monetarists were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan Sworn to purge its ranks of greatness. And Eren vetted so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. Which begs the question, how did Zagil remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss when men better than him had succumbed? There can be only one explanation. He was the monetarist's cat's paw, the turncloak in our midst. Needless to say, I am more determined to track— Hello, Mr. Hrothgar. I am more determined to that was random. Track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the Gallant armor, the legendary remnants, worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultan Sworn. In accordance with the Sultan Sworn tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must beat the Sultan Sworn themselves if you are to claim the armor.
Oh my god, this guy talks too much. Holy shit. I don't have an issue doing that voice, but damn, he just talks way too much.
Because I'm a paladin currently. I'm gonna go on this. Oh, wait, you know what I just noticed? I have challenge logs to do. What? It's 29k experience right now. Ooh. It's kind of rough. 29. Yeah. I mean, it could be worse, but God, I wish it was better. And in shimmering white armor beckons you. So, how was your day, Riley? Hopefully you had a good one, and whatever you got up to was indeed enjoyable. Oh, that's right, I need to murder men first. You, shield bash. You think you can heal? Impossible, my friend, impossible. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba da ba ba ba. At least after this stream, I can tell Q that the level 1 to 50 quests for Paladin are not all too entertaining. No, I'm stunned. Don't you stone skin yourself. Wait. Oh, your boy needs to figure out what he's gonna watch. Because I've watched like 12 something episodes of Code Geass today. And I just need a little break from following a somewhat convoluted story. So I don't know, maybe I'll watch like old Larry Zor videos or something on YouTube, just nice and chill. Maybe some Pokemon, maybe some Markiplier, something along that line. Now, you know I will be getting food very soon, so I'm slightly hungry, lad. I have potato wedges waiting for me downstairs. Not fries, not crisps, or chips. But wedges. The wedges are so good from the store that we got them from. So excited.
Let me make sure that my voice isn't doing the thing. Okay, it's not. Fantastic.
My pantaloons.
About the Jerlings. Genlins. I was gonna call him Jerklins for a second there, and I'm like,
It's not his name, stupid frog. What an idiot. He called him Jerklins. No, it's not what his name is, that's what he's doing.
stupid joke. But on a side note, Code Geass, fire anime.
Good, the armor's yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to fight. Face Solkzagil, the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I've discovered his hiding place and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of the Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready.
Ooh, I'll do it.
Recovery of the Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultan's sword. I have told Solkzagil that if he returns the sword, we'll give him a fair trial. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take place south are the Forgotten Springs in the Sagoli Desert. Give me a map and I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monetarists will not take kindly to the surrenders. In fact, I believe that should the Monetarists discover Solkzagil is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, you must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately, so as to not attract attention. We will meet again at the parley.
Yes, sir, let me just glam really quick. I should probably do as well. We might need to. I was gonna say I should probably get Sage up to 72, but like, I'll literally be using Sage on Tuesday. So really no need.
So you dared to come. You're brazen one, I will grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultan's one have told me the truth. I know you're working in league with the traitor and the Monetarists.
Not at all, brother.
Confess with your dying breath. You will tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it.
Literally could not tell you.
You dare accuse my own Sultan's sworn of lying? We're comrades in arms, every one of us, bound by brotherhood, by our oath, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word? One set against theirs. We know their meaning of honor. You're a naive fool, I suspect you do from the beginning. Ever since you showed me the soul of the paladin, the traitor Solkzagil gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a paladin, and as such you are bound by a code of honor that is unforgiving and is noble. Traitor, I sentence you to death, and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows.
Damn, what an asshole. Get ready to all die. I'm gonna go for you first, bucko.
How dare you use odds against us?
I mean, you're quite literally fighting a losing battle, Genless. So, Genlins.
Confess, you dumb fool.
I have literally nothing to confess. And die.
You cannot do this. I'm a greater swordsman. You're superior in every way.
It's really...
You were blinded, Genless. Genlins, by your own conviction. Genlins, I remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultan sworn.
Can I have that sword, please, sir? It would be mighty.
Those men were assassins. In service to the monetarist, the moment you outlived your usefulness, you would be killed. You and this free paladin of yours.
Liar, you are the agent. You betrayed us for them.
You are always naive, Genlins. Too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices.
Think, the information you uncovered. How did you come by it?
Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purpose?
You and the paladins under your command are the monetarist lapdogs.
Genlins,
you have been led a merry dance and followed their lead at every step. And you were never the traitor. You were innocent. I have wronged you.
Easy now, your wounds aren't mortal, but you'll still need rest. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You've become a fine warrior, a fine paladin, actually. I'm a fantastic warrior.
And learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin.
I think perhaps
you're not aware of how much you've grown. Well, this time you were made aware, paladin.
When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. Words of Solgzagil have awoken a memory inside the crystal. Hover!
I'll put it on the hot bath for now, because I know that's what I'm going to unlock.
Where should I put this, though? I want to do it on shift. Actually, I'll do mouse 5, because I feel like that would work very well.
Paladin, I have done you great wrong.
Okay, so nothing is breaking up so far for the audio.
I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. Hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at the least. At least those that will heal. But far more important is that Zagil is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remained captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monitress and restore the Sultan's one to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassin won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is ripe, strike hard at our enemies.
Thank you. God, he talks so much, and I've literally spent the last 3.5 hours talking.
Soul of the Paladin.
Alright, that's level 50. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to go have some food and then place something on here. I don't know if I'm going to be leveling up my alt, if I'm going on a personal, if I'm going to be starting up a new character for someone else, if I'm going to be leveling a paladin to 50. We will figure that out. But Riley, Jin, Daniel, and Kay, thank you all for hanging out and chatting through the stream. I know today was a little bit more of a quiet one, and my energy was a little off here and there. But I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning, so we are really working on fumes about now. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and sleep well. If anyone's watching this as a VOD, please do like and subscribe. That would be highly appreciated. I am truly hoping that we can make it to 100 subs tomorrow. It was pleasant nonetheless. Oh, thank you very much, Kay. It means a lot. If anyone wants to join the Discord, by the way, where I actually like talk about life and stuff and shit like that, there's a link in the description. If that doesn't work, please let me know, and I will thoroughly fix it, but I'm pretty sure it works.
It works, I've checked for myself.
But yeah, I'm gonna have some food. I'm gonna go rest a bit, play some stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out. And yeah, I might stream tomorrow, I might not. We'll figure that out. Depends on if I'm home alone and have the energy for it. But next stream will be on Tuesday because Christmas is this weekend. So, happy holidays, guys. Have a fantastic night, and I hope your days go amazing tomorrow. And again, if you're new watching the VOD, like and subscribe, highly appreciated. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.